Everybody, good afternoon. Welcome to WEBBY'S Sports Roundup here at the Palms in San Eugenio Alto. Thank you to Mark and to Graham for letting us use their venue. That's the first thing. Thanks, boys. Before we go to my two guests, what I'm going to talk about a little bit, I'm going to cry in front of all you people that watch me, is about Coventry City Football Club after we lost in the Championship playoff on Saturday afternoon. 4:45 kick-off against Luton Town. The game wasn't that clever. Obviously, they went 1-0 up, and we equalised 66 minutes. Top player Hammer came off. I think that changed the game. We were looking to go and win the game, but it never happened. Lost on penalties. 11 great penalties there. Mr. Dabo, who's been released this year, he's going to go off to another club, but he's played fantastic for us. So what I'm going to say is, Sky Blues for next year. Let's get back up to the Premiership where we belong. But good luck to Luton Town at Kenilworth Road. That's the big thing. Now, I've got one or two big shouts. A lot of Luton Town fans that I know very, very well. Big Ian from Dunstable. He works in one of the big bookies down in Dunstable, all around there, and all the guys in the Nag's Head. They're all big Luton Town fans. Well, yeah, it is a Nag's Head. They love it. 100 went. So good luck to you, boys. Well done. A big shout out to Paul Reeve in Calasavaghi, another big Luton Town fan. We've got Stuart, Luton Town, lives in Crawley, another Luton Town fan. I'll leave all the Cov fans out because they're just still crying in their soup, aren't they? And last but not least, Doreen from Bedford. That's Laurie, who's going to come on the show in a couple of months' time. He is a referee in that particular area. So Luton Town, good luck and well done. I think it was richly deserved.
Hi everyone, it's Nicky Weaver here, former Man City keeper. Hope you're all doing well. Just a heads up to let you know about WEBBY'S sports show from Tenerife. Get tuned into it.
Hi, Ian Brightwell here, former Manchester City. Just a heads up to watch WEBBY'S Sports Roundup from Tenerife. Check it out, it's a great show.
WEBBY'S Sports Roundup. I want to give them a big plug here, ladies and gentlemen. They are fantastic. If you haven't seen the show, you really do need to log on and see the show. WEBBY'S Sports. It is awesome. The lads have done such a great job. Anyway, here at Queen Vic, we do live football, live boxing. We have a great menu. We're located right opposite the market at Los Cristianos, and we cater for families. We don't do entertainment at night time, but we do all the live sport in the evenings as well. Please come along to the Queen Vic and support WEBBY'S Sports Show. Thanks very much.
Afternoon. Back to Chris Todd, the main man of City Tenerife. He is the general of Armada Supporters Club. Chris, how are you, big man?
Fine, thank you. Yeah.
Right, what we're going to do, we're going to have a big send-off because this is my sixth show. Chris has been on all 6 shows. This is his last one until the start of next season, which is...
August the 12th.
August the 12th. But what we're going to do, we're going to get him in a couple of weeks before, so we'll find out any transfers in, transfers out, or anything's been happened to CD Tenerife Football Club. So, Chrissy boy, right, I'll tell you, before we start talking Tenerife, we had a talk off camera. Now there's a game happening tonight, which is the
Europa League final, Sevilla v Roma.
And go on, tell me what's happened to Seville and their supporters.
Well, 300 of them, instead of they flying to Budapest for the final in Hungary, they booked for Bucharest in Romania. So they ended up there, and it's a big struggle now to get there in time. It's 700-800 kilometres.
So are they going to be able to go, or?
It's in the air. They're trying. Not in the air. They're trying to.
It's in the hands of God.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll see. But the thing is, it happened before. There is history for that. In 2012, the Europa League final, Espanyol against Athletic Bilbao, 2 Spanish teams. But the 300 Bilbao fans flew to Budapest when the final was in Bucharest. It was the other way round, so you couldn't really make it.
But surely
up.
the travel agent must be thinking, why is 300 people coming here? And all, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I think it's just someone that's like the head of a fan club has booked 300 seats. He thought they were cheap for a final. And this is good. And then he didn't really realise. And then they've turned up there and they think, hang on, there's no one else about. And he's probably not the
not the brightest spark in the world. That's for sure.
No.
Right, last game of the season last week. Away to Zaragoza.
Yeah.
Go on, what happened, son? Tell them.
Well, I think we were the best team for the first 20, 30 seconds. And then after
30 seconds.
And then after that, Zaragoza. There was a good crowd there, 25,000 for the last game of the season. That was
Brilliant.
fantastic.
That's brilliant.
One of their players was finishing his long career there after 12 years, so a lot of people turned up for that. We conceded in the second half, really the worst goalkeeping error you'll see.
Sloppy, yeah.
Yeah, very. Oh, it was scandalous. And then we scored with about the last minute to equalise. Absolute dream goal from Board.Will.
Yeah.
And that was it, 1-0. The game was immaterial. Finished 10th in the league this season.
But I automatically think of Zaragoza in La Liga, not in the second division.
Yeah, but they've been struggling for a long time now, and even though they have a big investment from Americans, the same company that owns David Beckham's company, they still struggling. They can't get out of mid-table obscurity. A bit like Tenerife, really. Yeah.
It's like Championship in it back in England.
It's
a
not
tough
easy.
one. No, not easy.
And now next season we'll have Espanyol have been relegated from Primera, so they're going to be a very big club down there, so it'll be even harder.
With a big crowd. Trouble is, as you say, as we said before, that all these clubs have to come to Tenerife. You know, you've got to fly. It's costing. It's all money in it. It's big money.
Yeah. Well, we have to do it every other week, so it's worse for us.
That's why you don't get the fans.
Not many away fans come here, but as I said before, we always take 200 or 300 away.
Who brings the biggest fans to Tenerife?
Well, obviously the Yellows over the river.
You don't talk about them.
No.
All right, we'll talk about them in a minute.
Yeah.
So, from mainland Spain.
Alaves, we've got a connection with Alaves, so they usually, and they're good fans as well. Cadiz travel well, and Espanyol quite good. Yeah, it's just the odd team here and there, nothing that stands out.
I just checked a bit of stats. Finished 10th in the league.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Compared with what were we fourth last year?
Fifth last season in the playoffs. Yeah.
And we just missed out, didn't we?
Yeah. We were missed. From the end of April, we knew we wouldn't do anything. Yeah.
We won 14, drew 15, lost 13, 42-37 for and against. I checked.
You can't get much more average than that.
No, I think that's middle of the table.
Mid-table budget, mid-table finish, mid-table everything. Next season better.
What do you think? Next season?
I'm hopeful.
Somebody messaged me and said, "Is the manager gone?" I said, "Yes, it happens to us."
We've got a new manager now, Asier Garitano.
Where's he from?
He was at Real Sociedad a few years ago, and when they were in La Liga and Alaves as well. He got promoted with Leganés. He got them promoted. So there's some pedigree. Obviously, the top level aren't going to come here. We're going to look at managers that are trying to make a name for themselves.
Big Ron Atkinson, he was at Real Sociedad, wasn't he?
Yeah. I watched them play here. Yeah. Dalian Atkinson was playing for them.
Ex-Villa.
And an ex-Arsenal player, I can't remember his name.
Richardson. Didn't Chris Coleman go there from Fulham?
Nah, maybe.
I think he did.
Years later, yeah.
There was a reason, I won't say it on there, but there was a reason.
Richardson, he used to play for Arsenal.
Kevin Richardson?
Yeah. And we beat them 3-1. Yeah.
I knew him very well. He come in my pub in the Player in Torviscus, 1995 with Dion Dublin and all the boys.
Well, that's why they lost then.
Thanks, pal.
That's the next day.
Thanks, mate.
Because they've been drinking.
I took him into the run pot as well. Yeah. Absolutely superb. All right, come on. This is it. This is the one we don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Have you got a couple of bits to tell me first or not? Or are we going to go straight over to...
Not really, just the odd thing, just the season ticket campaign starts on June the 16th and the Armada membership. A few weeks after that, it's just €20. A lot involved in that, so that's good. And just getting on to them.
If they want to go on to, what's your website?
Armada Sir on Facebook is the main one.
On Facebook, so that's www.armada Sir.
No, just Facebook, Armada Sir
page. Just Facebook, Armada Sir page,
yeah.
And they can check all the internet, what's happening.
All the information is updated every day. I put a few news items on. So. And
you were saying Steve was asking with regards to season tickets.
Season tickets start 125, but that's just renewals.
Behind the goal.
So the singing section.
That's
and
phenomenal.
The whole of the area behind the goal.
€125.
Main stand is 350 more or less. Yeah. That's with the roof, so you pay a bit extra, but it's still good value. It's 21 matches plus cup and everything. So
that's absolutely phenomenal. Right, come on, let's get through. Listen, we're all the Canaries. I know it's going to be difficult for you to say, but what happened with Las Palmas de Gran Canaria last week? Come on, say it.
Well, I'd just like to congratulate
Gritted teeth, come on, son, spit it out.
For their promotion, and good luck to them next season. Yeah, that's it.
That's Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. Obviously, we have a bit of a rivalry, like it's a bit like Tottenham Arsenal, Sunderland against Newcastle, Man United, Man City, and what have you. And Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, they got promoted last week, and they're back into the Premier League, aren't they? La Liga.
I mean, it was Saturday night, and since then I haven't been on social media. I don't want to see any TV Canaria. I don't want to see anything yellow.
Is that not sour grapes or not? Now, come on, listen, I'm a Tenerife boy.
Of course it is.
It is sour grapes, yeah.
Oh, obviously there is a bit of, there's a rivalry there and jealousy, obviously.
Of course, there's jealousy.
We want to. The only problem for us next season, we'll be so desperate to match them that we're going to be anxious, and everyone, we need to, I mean, it's 42 matches, we need to relax. And, you know.
So the owner and the manager, they have to put the money where the mouth is, and let's get on with it and fight.
Look, their budget was 30 million, ours was 10 million last season. So you're looking at it gives you a good advantage.
Yeah.
So,
Chris, listen, for the 6 weeks we've been on, appreciate it. Great information for all my followers.
Yeah.
If you haven't subscribed already, just see Webby Sports Roundup, subscribe. It's all for free. And we'll see you back August the 12th-ish, whenever the Wednesdays around then. But a couple of weeks before, and you can give us information of who's going, who's coming back, etc. There's my hand. Have a great summer, big man.
Right, thank you very much.
Speak to you very, very soon. Chris Todd, CD Tenerife, Amada Sir, the General. You met him here first.
Hi, I'm Callum Shepherd. I'm the jockey in Newmarket, and I watch Webby's Sports Roundup in Tenerife on YouTube.
Hi, I'm George Wood, Newmarket-based jockey, and I watch Webby's Sports Roundup in Tenerife. Cheers.
Steve, Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, why?
How are you?
Fine.
Thanks for coming on the show, big man.
Fine.
You're on. You were actually on my show a few weeks ago, weren't you?
Yes, I was, yeah.
And you're on for about 40 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, you're doing 5 today because you were too much. All right?
Yeah,
So that was enough. Your wife was on, Denise, as well.
Yeah.
I did say she was good looking then, but she's even better looking today. She's obviously dressed up for me, haven't she?
Yes, she has. She's
sorry.
come to see you especially.
Sorry, big man. Put the Heineken on this round, please. Right, come on. Playoffs. You're in the championship. What happened?
It was just incredible. Couldn't believe it. 4-0 down.
Against Peterborough.
Thought we were out.
In the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Gone back to your place. 4-0.
4-0, and we came back.
Didn't it go 4-1, 5-1?
Yeah, no, it came to 4-all.
4-all.
With probably at last kick of normal time.
Yeah.
Then went to extra time.
Yeah.
Peterborough scored, and I thought that's it. And then we scored another one.
Absolutely fantastic.
And then it took to penalties. And I had to disappear.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
couldn't take it.
No, I know.
So I walked out, and next thing I come back, and she is jumping up and down.
Well, again, it happened to me Saturday, but obviously we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But your boy was there.
Yeah. So we went to Wembley. He was there at that game because
Yeah.
he's got his own channel called Around the Grounds.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's doing quite well with it, and he goes to various football matches, not just Wednesday.
Okay.
Even been to Salford Town to watch a game there.
So he's got his own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So what's it called? It's called
Around the Grounds.
Around the Grounds. So just type in Around the Grounds.
Yep.
Comes up.
Yeah, I think it's got Around the Grounds 1, is it? I think it's Around the Grounds 1.
Yeah, gotcha, okay.
But yeah,
so tune in.
He does quite well. He kind of interviews people beforehand and asks them what they feel and gives us a score prediction and that sort of thing.
Fantastic.
And then he summarises it at the end once he's been there. But he gets carried away with it as well because it was Sheffield Wednesday.
Of course. Well, let's get on to Monday's game. So Monday's game, Barnsley. I've got a good friend of mine, obviously, Barnsley, and I've got a lot more Sheffield Wednesday fans. I was sitting on the fence. I'm semi-glad in the sense of Sheffield Wednesday because when they come to the CBS Arena, you're going to bring probably more fans. So I'm looking on a business side of things.
Yeah, of course.
And what have you. So
the game was rubbish, really. And you know, I'll be honest, the team, it needs a refresh.
They never performed.
We've got a lot of older players from ex-championship players. So it really needs a refresh, probably about another 10 a dozen players.
The thing is, Barnsley, a player sent off, I didn't see it, I must have popped out for a quick drink or something, and I thought, down the 10 men.
Well, there was 2 incidents in the game. There was a penalty with Gregory, penalty appeal with Gregory and another player, I can't remember his name. But to me, I was kind of looking at the eyes and looking at the mannerisms, and basically it were an attack on the ball. There was no intention to go for the man. Yeah. Now the second one, which was the sending off, debatable again. Yes, okay, his feet was in the air. You can argue under the letter of the law it could have been that, but I think they chose that route, and that was it. But hey, credit to Barnsley, 10 men, and they pursued.
The goalkeeper played a blinder.
And then I kind of watched first half of extra time, and then I watched it up till Barry Bannon going off with cramp.
What a player. Captain.
Tremendous player. Tremendous
short
player.
little guy, great left back.
Loyalty to the club.
Phenomenal.
Through and through.
Yeah.
We got to a point where it was about 24 minutes, and I said to Denise, I've got to go again. I'm sorry.
Here comes Pens.
Here comes the Pens.
Well, I'm sat there watching it and going, oh.
And then the front door was open when I got back, and I thought, what's going on? It's over, innit? We've got beat.
Yeah.
She'd come to tell me that we'd scored in the last
I thought she was
kick.
running down the street naked. I thought you were going to tell me then. Hey, I missed out, didn't we?
It was the very last kick of the ball.
Yeah.
They took it to centre circle and blew the whistle.
I saw it. What a great diving header.
Fantastic.
Josh Windass.
But the ironic thing about it is, Dean Windass scored one in about 2005 for Hull City in the last minute. And he scored. And then his son's done the same.
Phenomenal.
How ironic is that?
What a great support.
Yeah. Oh, the support.
46,000. Well, a big shout to my mate Liam, who's my son Lee back in Gloucester. Best man at his wedding. He was at the game. Well done, Liam. And Ian, my good pal, Sheffield Wednesday. He goes to every game, home, away, England game, never misses. That's a big shout to you, big man. And he's out in July or August, I think, and he sent me over some stuff for my big charity.
Very good.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to get them some great stuff. So he's absolutely superb. I was looking actually about 40,000 in the crowd now, isn't it? That's the maximum you get.
I think we can't. We've only got a stadium of about 43,000 now, I think, because of I think it's SAG, is it? South Yorkshire. Safety people.
Okay, all right.
And they said you can only have, and we only get probably about 38 in there, but the stadium's about 43,000.
And I did check the highest gate ever.
Yep.
72,000.
Yep.
Played Man City in the FA Cup.
That's the one.
Drew 2-2 at your place. Then they beat you at Main Road.
Yep.
Absolutely
I
unbelievable.
told you I supported them as a 9-year-old. I went in there, played Notts Forest, 64,000 in there.
Unbelievable.
When it was standing stadium. And
so I've got down there, you see, Josh Wish at Academicals. He played for Rangers. Had a bit of game at Wigan, but a big Wednesday man. Absolutely super.
Yeah, excellent.
So, is there going to be any money for the championship? That's the point, isn't it? Is the owner going to pump some money in?
Apparently, Chan Syria was on. That's the owner.
The owner.
He's, by the way, he's the tuna magnate, John West.
Okay. Oh,
That's who he is. He said we're going for it. What does he mean by that? I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
But,
it's a big following. You've got Sheffield United, number 2 in the Championship. They got promoted to the Premiership. So it's a shame that they're not still there. You've got the derby.
I think there's a lot of rivalry, and they do like that.
Because they do.
The derbies, but it's not to be. And good luck to Sheffield United. They got up.
But Wednesday is the bigger club, I think.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. I have checked.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I thought you probably would be. Now come on, you've got your own channel. Up the north.
Yep.
Come on. Plug it.
Yeah, it's just it's similar to what Tim does actually. I just go around in the north filming and try to put a bit of information there, voice and street names and probably a little bit of music when it gets exciting in the area. So it's just something different and up to date. I think I've just hit 816 subscribers.
Superb, absolutely fantastic. Well done. Steve, listen, there's my hand.
Thanks
for coming on with Denise.
No problem.
All right, I did give her a mention. She didn't run down the street in Port de la Cruz naked because I would have been there, I promise you. Hey, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.
Yeah,
top man.
no problem.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, everybody. Tune in soon.
Hi, Gary Owen here, former Man City and West Brom. Everyone should tune in to Webby's Sports Roundup on YouTube from sunny Tenerife. Enjoy.
Good morning guys, Damon here from the Market Tavern in Los Cristianos, the home of evening entertainment and all your live sport, alongside ice cold beer, great cocktails and good homemade grub. Everything from breakfast to Sunday roast. We've been following Webby's Sports Roundup and we think you should too. Subscribe.
Now we're going straight over to my guest, number 1 man, number 2 man. Me 1, he's 2. Terry, Liverpool fan. Terry.
All right, good mate.
He's my resident every week. How are you? Had a good week? So, right.
So.
He's getting ready to get hammered because we got the new man from the Market Tavern in Los Cristianos. We got the main man, the boss, Damo. How are you, Damo? That's a good handshake. This was a bit weak, you know what I mean? Because he's in the middle now. He's getting ready to get smashed to bits because we got Man United, Cantona on the back. Where's your Liverpool shirt? Where?
Somewhere.
No, it's up. It's up.
There
Yeah,
we go.
that's the best place.
There we go.
Yeah, keep it away from me.
Yeah, does that say Thursday on there or what? Oh,
coming to a Thursday night soon.
No, Thursday. Yeah, we'll keep that for you, big man.
That's why we got them on.
Yeah, that's why you got them. Right, listen.
It's all new to me, this Thursday football.
Listen, before we start talking about all the games that's happened over the past 7 days, one bit of breaking news. I'm going to ask the two boys what they think. Pochettino, Chelsea, 2-year management. What's your intel?
I think it's good all round.
Yeah.
And I can see Harry Kane going now. 100%.
Do you know something? I never even thought of that.
I said that last week. Harry Kane, he don't leave London, does he?
No.
So why go and live in Manchester?
Yeah.
Go to Chelsea, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be on silly money, more than Man U can pay him. I think it's a good move all round.
Damo, that's a dig. What do you think, big man?
Well, from the back, I'd say I highly reckon he's going to end up at our place. I can't see him switching allegiances from Tottenham to Chelsea. It doesn't happen very often. I know it has in the past. It has in this case with the manager. I don't think it matters too much about who the manager is there. It depends how involved the owner's going to continue to be. Sure. I don't think he's covered himself in gold in the first year.
No.
Been very rash in his signings. And yeah, just back to Kane, I don't think I can see him at our place next year. We're in dire need of a centre forward.
Well, Chelsea got 600 million they've paid it. You've got Alex, who came from Atletico Madrid. Felix.
He's gone.
He came. They're getting rid of him already.
4 goals in 20 games.
Exactly. That's no good.
114 million quid they
I said
paid
last
him.
week, it was like getting 11 players, put them on the pitch and play together. Because obviously last week we had Man United play Chelsea and United, I watched the game, give them a right good hammering, didn't they?
Steamrolled them, and pretty much a repeat of what we did to him at Stamford Bridge. We just got unlucky in the result there, I firmly believe. But a draw at Stamford Bridge was fantastic. Got on back to our place. We got the points we needed to get ourselves back into Europe. Yeah. Europe's main competition, that is,
on
by the way.
Wednesday, I think.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. Is that the Champions League, isn't it?
Yeah,
I thought it was, big man.
They'll be out by
Hang on. Don't give us all that. Listen, you're on a Thursday, so that's it. No, you've got broad shoulders, big man.
I want him on because, as I said, we've not been in it for about 6-7 years now. Obviously, you've been used to it every season, right? So, can you tell me what's the easiest way to get to Bulgaria? Or that's
Blinkered. You'll be in Blinkered, ain't you?
Just curious how to get there.
I think we was in the Champions League 2 seasons under Ole.
You didn't get very far, did you?
Well, we didn't, but he got us there.
Let him finish.
We finished second in the league then as well, that people seem to forget. Arsenal fans this year...
First is first, second's nowhere.
Well, this is correct. I think a lot of the Arsenal fans need to take that in. Shout out to Rich Binfield, have that.
Mate Simon.
Simon can have that
too. A lot of shout-outs here, isn't it?
But there is just go on to Thursdays. There is a massive positive in Terry not being available on a Thursday night. As you know, we all play football on a Thursday.
I'll tell you what, we're digging that hole for him.
And Terry's right foot should be declared as a dangerous weapon to motorists on the TF1.
You got all hot?
Because one of his shots, that's where they usually end up.
On the TF, oh my God, Terry, I've got the right man on today for you, haven't I? I've never seen you quiet before in all my life.
He only plays one game in about 30. He's like Phil Jones.
Well, he's working, and he's a worker, isn't he? He's a worker, not a shirker, isn't he?
Phil Jones has played more on a Thursday than...
Listen, shut up. Let's get on with something. Right, before we go on to all the games last week, I want a little bit of Scottish football. Last game of the season saw champions-elect Celtic thump Aberdeen 5-0. And I'll tell you, if you watch that game, the support, the green and white around, absolutely phenomenal.
I was watching that Birds football, mate. I thought I'd switch over from Bullseye and get some of that.
You say that every week. Haven't you got a new joke?
Same standard. So.
Oh, you're having a laugh. Listen, second place Rangers. I know, obviously, Graham, they all support Rangers here. Hopefully next year it's going to be a bit tighter. A comfortable win, 3-0 away at the Paisley Boys of St Mirren. Looks like they're going to lose a few.
Yes, Ryan Kent, you had him at Coventry.
Ryan Kent at Coventry.
I can't believe
he's gone further Banshee.
Got released.
He plays probably 1 in 5 games. He's off to further Banshee.
I can understand about Morelos getting rid of him because I think he's a troublemaker.
Bad news,
right? And he's a problem.
Kent is the same. I know people beyond the sea.
I think you had him at Coventry on loan, didn't you, when he was at Liverpool?
Yeah, he played with Armstrong, was at Southampton up front. I saw him play a couple of times.
He was going to go for like 12 million quid. Leeds having him last year, when I think they put a bid in and whatever. But to just release
Burnley, there was 2 or 3 clubs after him, but further Banshee, 3-0. He's gone for the money in it.
Right, okay.
So one of Rangers, comfortable 3-1 win. Now, as I say, Kent and Morelis looks as if they're definite away. See a big shake-up for next year. Let's hope Celtic Rangers tighter. But we could do with Hearts, Hibs, Motherwell, all the boys in Aberdeen getting closer. But it's always a 1-2, isn't it? Celtic, Rangers, Rangers, Celtic.
Yeah.
That's why it's a bit boring. They're never going to be in the Premier League this day. They're probably Championship side.
I would say it.
Yeah, got to be, haven't it? You know what I mean? Right, really what? Let's talk about some of the games of last week. Kicking off last day of the Premiership, Sunday, Arsenal give Wolves a bit of a trouncing.
Again, it was like the dog and duck. They lost 6-0 the other week, didn't they?
Wolves.
To Brighton.
Brighton, yeah.
And again, one week they look really good. Next week, it's like, you know.
Portuguese manager.
Unsure about if he's going to stay or not. There's a lot of talk about if they're going to have any money.
Spanish, yeah. They got Da Costa. You know what I mean? He came.
Yeah.
It's like anything. It's old hat in it. They bring the old boys back, try and do a job, and they can't do it, can they?
It's a last little payday for him, really. Costa,
Yeah, of course.
I think he was pretty finished anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Arsenal finished second behind Man City. A great run City had in the end of the season. Arsenal basically they just dipped, didn't they? Dipped the form, dipped it. And Wolves finished 13th in the end. I think they were up a little bit better.
Respectable, considering where they were before the manager came in.
I think over the next few weeks we'll probably try and get Roscoe on the show, but Wolves, and we're going to get Neil the Gaffers.
Neil from Gaffers.
Yeah, we're getting Neil the Gaffers on.
Wolves bar here,
yeah. So we're going to get them on the show.
When he's back from Thailand, he's been out there 2 months.
Has he?
Dirty old bugger.
Oh, fair play. Should have asked us. We would have come with yourself. We probably would have paid for your ticket. Villa Brighton, they've had a cracking season. Villa's finished 7th, Brighton 6th. Villa beaten 2 goals to 1. Great game.
I was talking to Andy, who works in the Islander, big Villa fan.
Yeah.
And I said, me and him, we can have flights together next season because we'll be going Bulgaria, Azerbaijan, Romania. So we'll be looking at the same sort of places. So,
happy days.
Yeah.
Then you have Brentford finishing 9th. Obviously, Tony was.
Yeah, they beat Man City reserves last week.
Yeah.
So.
But to beat Man City reserves, they've got a great reserves. They could play anywhere, can't they? Even the reserves.
Yeah.
And then Brighton finishing 9th, even without Ivan Toney. Obviously, he's had a bit of been ducking and diving with his betting.
They said that the only bet he regretted was Arsenal to win the league this year.
Was that the one he played in?
Yeah. I heard it was these horse tips.
Is it my horse? Horse? Excuse me.
I won't be taking any of them.
Horse fancies. We've got 2 out of 5. We'll talk about tomorrow.
Oh, it's fancies now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, we changed our tip to fancy. Just to tell people. Palace Forest ended up 1-1. Palace finished up 11th in the league, and the Forest still 16th. I thought they were doomed to go down a few weeks to go.
We
did, didn't we?
But I bumped
what
into
Cooper's done.
Rusty the other day, Tony the welder. So
yeah.
He's made up, they stayed up. So, yeah, I'm pleased they stayed up in it. I didn't want Forest to go down. But
no, we've got a geezer here. What's your name?
Rob.
Rob's in here having a cup of sherbet with the boys. Big Forest fan, so you're happy they stayed up, aren't you, Rob?
Of course I
am.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Top man, one of them.
What's that one there? Newcastle 1-1.
Newcastle finished 4th, obviously after having a defeat the week before, and Chelsea finishing 12th in the league, and all that money they've spent. Unbelievable, isn't it?
The thing is, this season, Tottenham, Liverpool, but more so Chelsea, they've dropped off so many. Liverpool were down 23 points this year on last season, which is a lot. But Chelsea must be down at least 40 odd points.
Minimum, absolutely minimum. Big ones, Everton, Bournemouth.
Every year,
that was the one, wasn't it?
Every year.
Everyone, they've got to change their attitude and obviously change finances. They've got a new stadium coming up for Stanley Park.
We had this the other week when we talked about Evian. They spend the money.
Yeah.
Apart from Benitez, who spent hardly anything when he was there, because he weren't given no money, and done quite a good job because he got them in, I think, top 4 at the time of the team he had.
Yeah.
They spent more money than most people.
Yeah.
And they just signed some bang average players. And that Calvert-Lewin, mate, just get rid of him.
Injury
He can play 10 games a season. I mean,
didn't play last weekend, though, did he?
Got no backup for him. So, and they've scored.
They've got no plan B.
No, scored 4 goals all season.
If that. If that.
Not good. Leeds, Spurs. All right, again, Leeds. Yeah, I know Graham's not going to want me to talk about this, but you've got a stat that you told me off air.
We spoke about this a little while ago. In the top 5 or 6 leagues in Europe, Leeds have let the most goals in all them divisions in the last 2 seasons. Yeah. 78 this season, 79 last season. So, in fairness, their defence has tightened up a bit
with Big
by
Sam.
1 goal. You know what I mean?
With Big Sam, and he starts from the back.
But you can't leak near 160 goals in 2 seasons and expect to stay up. No way.
No, for sure. Leicester, West Ham, that was the other one. That was the 3 big ones. But if Everton obviously won that game, which they did, then the other 2, were going to go down, weren't they?
Should have kept Rodgers. I can't believe they got rid of Rodgers.
A lot of people say that.
He would have kept him up.
He might have been able to rebuild in the summer as well.
Yeah.
United, Fulham, I saw that game, I must admit. Yeah, that was a walk-off. They played
It was,
quite well,
it was a
didn't
nice, easy one. We rested a few, not too many, but it was more about keeping the legs sharp for Saturday, obviously. Didn't want to be wrapping them all in cotton wool too much.
Last game on that, what about your mob?
Mate, that was
Southampton, Liverpool. Liverpool 2-up.
It was a dog and duck.
Liverpool
playing
A
the
versus
dog and
Liverpool
duck.
B.
It was an end-of-season friendly. If we scored 20 goals and won 20-0, we weren't going up. If we lost 40-0, we weren't going down.
No.
So I would like to see us win the game. Every game we play, I want to see us win. But unfortunately, we've lost Firmino now. Milner obviously played pretty. I think he played the whole game.
Has he got to Brighton?
I believe he's signed, yeah.
He's signed for
No.
Milner.
No, I think he's going to Brighton.
I still think he'll end up at Leeds. Player manager.
Okay. You did say that last week, didn't you?
I think if he goes to Brighton, Brighton's a team on the up.
Yeah.
So he ain't got the legs to play in that Brighton team.
Bit part.
He's nearly 38.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think Championship, Leeds, player manager.
Okay.
He is fit, but not fit enough for the Premier League now.
Yeah, great pro. Okay, good League 2 playoff final. Carlisle against Stockport County were the favourites from Edgehill Park. And over the two games, again, penalties again. Carlisle beat them.
Right, they let me down last man standing, they did.
Stockport did.
Cost me 500 quid, they did, yeah, so.
Tim, back pocket, gave him 500, that's for sure. Obviously, we talked about Barnsley, Sheffield Wednesday, well done to the Hillsborough boys, obviously beat Barnsley in the final.
Left it late, didn't they?
Yeah, was it 2 seconds before the end of extra time, injury time?
I was trying to get out of the house, and then I
yeah.
thought, come on, this bit, go in a minute.
I know. Right, let's finish up. Saturday, FA Cup final day. We've got Man United and Man City. That's the only time I think that City may lose. I don't think so, but I think they'll win the Champions League against Inter Milan. I'm quite sure they'll do that. And good luck. Bring it home, Man City.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. No, listen, I'm a football man. They're British against Italians. Yeah, of course I want Man City to win. Yeah, 100%. All right, you may want Inter Milan, but no, I want Man City. All right, that's me done. What about you?
I can't agree with you. No, obviously, I don't want any British club to ever win the Champions League apart from ourselves, because we obviously goad each other about it.
Yeah.
No one more than the man right next to me. I lose count.
I suppose it's because I'm a Gloucester Rugby man, and my football team Coventry are 60 miles away. I've never had that hurt against other football clubs.
Who's your big rivals at Coventry?
Leicester and Villa.
So do you want to see Leicester win the league or win the FA Cup?
No, I don't have it in there. No, I don't have a hatred. No. I want Man City win the Champions League, but I want them to win the treble. Because when I was a kid, I supported Man United. My son Matthew supports Man United. A lot of people do. So do I want them to beat Man City on Saturday? Yeah, probably. If you ask me if I had to bet on it, I probably would. Yeah, they're the only team that's going to do it.
I've been asked if I would happily sacrifice the FA Cup if I knew Inter Milan were going to beat City in the final. But I would take Saturday over everything. If we beat them on Saturday, it would be massive because we're underdogs massively. More so because of the way they've just won the league. Yeah. More so because they're going into a treble. But yeah, anything can happen on the day. And
this Haaland up front though, 50. Well,
I'm gutted Martinez ain't there to have a go with him. You know, the only way he beats him in the air.
Yeah. Physical.
Just over. Oh, Maguire's not playing, mate. Because
he will not be there.
Kick off.
He won't.
Have you given Maguire
He'll probably be over
here. Well, he can take my place on a Thursday night.
No. But there's another trouble going off, obviously, with regards to Celtic, Inverness, Cali Thistle.
Yeah,
that's the cup final as well.
7-0.
They're going to win that probably. So that's going to be their trouble, isn't it?
That's half-time score.
Half-time more of a pre-season friendly, isn't it?
And the other big one is the West Ham against Fiorentina in the Conference Cup. Now, we all want West Ham to win. Now, don't anybody tell me you want Fiorentina. In 2 weeks' time, fingers crossed, we've got my pal Wagsy on.
Well, he's off on Monday. Bobby Baker and Kay, they're off on Monday as well.
They're all going to West Ham.
5 days in Prague.
There's only 5,000 fans, 16,000
tickets available,
It's crazy.
And hopefully Wagsy and Andy Swallow will be sitting in these seats.
Just worried about Bobby, mate, being out there drinking that strong lager. Because I tell you what, it's not like that Dorada stuff over here. It's proper beer that is out there.
You're not laughing. So fingers crossed, West Ham, bring it home. Man City, bring it home. Let's have it back to Britain, that's for sure. But Champions League, so we know we've got City, Arsenal, United in Newcastle. You love that one. And then you've got Europa Cup, Liverpool and Brighton. And in the conference, we've got the Villa. First time in how many years? Absolutely
13 years,
super.
Consider where Villa were when
my missus is a Villa fan, so I'm made up. So now so I've actually got to sit in on a Thursday night and support her now.
I've got 2 good friends back home. They've messaged me and said one of Villa. And Leicester, Leeds and Southampton down to the Championship. So that's what's going to happen with Coventry. So listen, that's my bit. I don't think I've got anything else to say. That's all going to be Next week.
Shall I ask them quickly to use
Yeah, we got a couple more minutes, Tim. Yeah, a couple more minutes.
Very quick.
Couple more minutes. You can't do them all. I think just give them 2 or 3 quick questions.
Well, the main one. We'll do it
Go
really
on,
quick.
bang 'em
Go
on.
on then.
Favourite current Man U player?
I'll say Rashford, Withenshaw lad like myself.
Okay. All-time favourite Man U player?
Wayne Rooney, going through school, he was
Okay.
just amazing.
Good show.
Best Man U game you've ever been to?
United versus Aston Villa, won the league, Fergie's final year. I was in behind the goal when Van Persie scored the hat-trick.
Okay.
Awesome.
Best away ground you've been to, including Europe, if there's one year?
I've only, fortunately, living over here, I've only had the pleasure of going to one, Wolves away, when Ronaldo signed Reebok. The atmosphere was amazing, although it didn't work out.
Team you dislike the most?
We all know the answer to that question.
Man City. Okay. Your favourite second team, if you've got one?
Whoa. Did you answer that question, or did he answer that question?
I know what the answer is.
He could have said Liverpool.
He knows what the answer is.
What is it?
Liverpool, every day of the week.
Of course it is.
So let him say Liverpool then.
It's been a tough
couple. You can't answer him.
Tough couple of years
you
watching these two fight out.
You answer this question.
1,000% Liverpool.
Right, there's your answer. Right, next question.
Favourite second team, if you've got one?
No, don't have one.
Okay.
Coventry.
Fans you hate the most?
Same as question prior. Liverpool.
First time we've had someone hate that.
Yeah,
I don't believe
It won't
that.
be the last one.
What player would you like to sign if you could sign anyone? Now, bear in mind, you've already got Harry Maguire, so you can't re-sign him. You've got him.
Can we sign him through our reserves? I'm going to say Harry Kane. I think he's just going to bring us goals. It's guaranteed goals, and that's what we need.
Right,
I said that last week, didn't I? I think Harry Kane. That's mine as
Well,
well.
what manager would you like to have if you could have anyone?
If I could have anyone, Fergie resurrected.
Right, okay.
Great show.
In their prime, Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Okay.
That's the first one.
I'll tell you, this man's coming on again.
Here we go.
Ronaldo's done it.
Hey, David, what a top boy, yeah.
And
Hey, excuse me, Steve, Sheffield Wednesday, Ronaldo as well.
Oh, right, okay, right.
Good lad.
Yeah,
And
okay.
last of all,
Yeah.
you've got Harry Maguire.
Me as well.
Chris Todd as well. 4 on the bounce.
Messi, number one.
Yeah.
You said Chris
Harry
Ronaldo.
Maguire. Would you like him?
Messi.
No.
Or do you want to get rid?
No.
Toddy, shut up. Drink your iron brew, son.
I think he belongs to a mid-table team now. He should never be. He shouldn't have been our captain this season, and
Well,
hopefully he
finished
won't
fifth,
be then.
so he might fit in our team. Wait, he could be...
Hey, listen, he ain't doing this for nothing, is he? What he's saying is, stop gassing, let's get on with it, let's finish it. Hey, we've got 2 hours on here already. Well, he's giving you... Listen, he's number 1 today. First show in 6 weeks, he's number 1 today. You're second best. And you look at the smile on your face. You got hammered, son. You got hammered, big man. You don't, hey? You got hammered.
Get back on next week for part 2.
Cheers, lads.
Right, okay, all done and dusted. Listen, all I'm going to say is thank you to my guests. We've got Steve, Sheffield Wednesday. Good luck, Steve, and your good lady Denise. If you get promoted again to the Premiership, I'd be the first in the queue to see Denise running down naked in Portodalo Cruz. Thank you. Chris Todd, thank you very much indeed for 6 weeks. See you again in a couple of months' time. Keep me up to date. Damo, absolutely top man.
Thank you.
Can you just, before you go, just tell them very quickly, sell your pub.
So we're down at the Paloma Beach in Los Cristianos, the Market Tavern, and we do proper homemade pub grub, ice cold beer, all the sports on there. Nightly entertainment too, and yeah, get down, guys. I promise you won't be disappointed. Best chips in town.
Love it. It's a lovely, nice new pub. Double local. Get down there. It's cracking. We were there yesterday, Tim. Okay.
Told you, it's all right for Man U.
He had about like, get the drinks in there. Hey, Damo, top man.
Cheers,
Thank you, big man. Love you. And Terry,
man.
anything you want to say?
No.
Oh, you're all done and dusted, eh?
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday, God's sake,
I can't swear on here, so...
Unbelievable, yeah. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget, if you like it, please subscribe for free. It is Webby Sports Roundup. That's all you got to do. All for free. Please subscribe and share it to all your family and friends. Morning all. Well, here we are in sunny Tenerife and we're in the Monte Cristo bar doing my live last 10 minutes broadcast at the end of my Webby Sports Roundup. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to all my guests this afternoon up at the Palms Bar in San Eugenio Alto. A big shout out to Damo, who I've got the Market Tavern, also to Terry, my number 2. As always, thank you very much for all the walking you do for the last 7 days and all the bits behind the scenes. A big shout out to Steve from Sheffield Wednesday. He's in the North Tenerife man, and bringing his lovely wife Denise down. And last but not least, Chris Todd. It was his last show yesterday until the new season, which begins again about August the 12th, I think he says. Then we're going to bring him on probably a couple of weeks before the start of the season to talk about people coming, people going, and you know, that type of thing, and any updates on CD Tenerife to see whether we can get in the playoffs or even if we could win the league. You never know, do we? New owner, new manager. Here we are with Dave in the Monte Cristo. This is where I frequent probably 4 or 5 times a week, if Dawn lets me. This is my new wardrobe. Well, not my new wardrobe. It's been here for a while. And obviously with Freaky Friday with the big man Tim, who's my producer. What else are you? Director. Chief bottle washer. Cameraman, and no more drinks on a Friday because he knows why. I want to get closer to him. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to kick off with a little bit of breaking news from Wednesday night. Sevilla wins for the 7th time the Europa Cup, and they beat Napoli on penalties. Yeah, Jose Mourinho, not a happy bunny. He gets his loser medal, and what did he do? Chucks it into the crowd. I think he's either won 5 or 7 on the bounce European Cup titles, and he wasn't very, very happy. So, well done, Seville. Spain, all right? Mainland Spain. So he brought it back to us. Right, I'm going to do a little bit of European football news. We've got Bayern Munich. This is a bit of breaking news. Bayern Munich were crowned champions for the 11th season on the bounce after a late 2-1 win at Cologne. All they had was Borussia Dortmund had to win their last game of the season to be crowned champions, and they messed it up. They played Mainz at home and they drew 2 apiece. Jude Bellingham, I think, was on the bench, never came on. So there's a good chance of him going off. I think he could be a Real Madrid player next season. French title goes to Paris Saint-Germain. Napoli wins the Italian title. Barcelona win the Spanish league from Real Madrid from last year. Big rivalry in Spain. Feyenoord win the Dutch league. And last but not least, Benfica beat Porto into first place to win the Portuguese league. That's the latest on the football. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go to a bit of sport news, which is what we do here on a Thursday morning. We got Premiership Rugby Union. The final at Twickenham last weekend saw Saracens from the south take on the north of Sale. They did finish first and second in the league. It was a playoff final after winning the 2 semi-finals, and Saracens beat Sale by 35 points to 25. Andy Black always pops in here, big Man City fan, non-happy bunny. But again, we can't win them all, son, just like Coventry did on Saturday afternoon. 6 times they've won it, and the team that's won it most times is Leicester Tigers. They've won it 11 times, so well done to the Saracens. Bit of football news, women. Chelsea win their WSL title after beating Reading away last Saturday by 3-0. They've won 6 titles in total, beating Man United into second place. So that's what I'm at. And just a very, very quickie, can't think of the name of the one, but the England captain on the women's is not playing in the next European tournament. So what's happening? There's another lady who's been moved up to captain, and fingers crossed we might have an England shirt signed by her for my charity for FACT, fighting against cancer in Tenerife. So that's a big one. Fingers crossed we're going to get that, all to go to charity. Monaco Grand Prix from last week. In motor racing, Verstappen, Dutchman, phenomenal. Wins again. There was a bit of rain the last 20 minutes, which makes it very, very interesting. But he beat Alonso in the second place. Ocon was third. And obviously, British driver Hamilton, driving the Mercedes, finished fourth. Right, the Ashes. Wagsy Mapal, he's been away. He's off to Prague next week to go and see West Ham take on Fiorentina. Fingers crossed, boys. Him, Andy Swallow, Sean Murphy, they're all going. All I'm going to say, boys, bring it home, all right? Bring it back to the Stadium of England. Let's have that cup. We want it, okay? We want that cup. Right, now the Ashes starts. And the Ashes, that's Wagsy. Cricket bonanza. Essex Eagles boy, big West Ham. He's going to come on the show. Fingers crossed in 2 weeks' time with West Ham. And then he'll talk about a bit of cricket. And we'll have him on again every so often. We've got the Ashes starting 2 weeks today. Holders are Australia at the moment. They beat us 4-0 a couple of years ago, so it's up to us back home to get it back. So 2 weeks today, Edgbaston. That is the very, very first test, okay? So fingers crossed. Let's get the Ashes back to where they belong. Right, Rugby League. Before we go to the horse racing fantasy, yeah, you know, we won last week, so you're in profit. So no moaning anybody. Bit of Rugby League. This week's winners include Wigan, Catalans, Huddersfield, St Helens, and Lee beat top of the table Warrington. Also Salford, beg your Salford, where did that come from? Salford won his one the day after. So Warrington are still top, Wigan second, Catalans, okay, but the gap is closing. This is what you've been waiting for. Horse fancy of the week. But before we say that, last week, Paddington wins the 2,000 guineas in Ireland. Second winner from 5, 7-1 winner, 3-1 winner. If you backed them both, equal number of fivers or tenors or whatever, you're in big profit. Okay, so good luck to. I know I've had quite a few mentions on the show stating one on Webby. I've had a tenner on that, I've had 20 on it. I don't know if there's any big gamblers, but don't forget, if you're under 18, please do not gamble. If you're drunk, don't gamble. And if your head is in the clouds, then you've got health issues, please don't gamble, because all you're going to do, you're going to chuck your money away. If you hurt it, well, so just be safe, all right? That's a big disclaimer. But this week's fancy, he spoke to me this morning, and he's going for the Derby. Can you believe it? The Derby. 11th of all favourite, Augusta Rodin. That's his favourite. So 1:30 at Epsom. And you think, why is it? Even I did yesterday. I think, why is it 1:30 the Epsom Derby on Saturday? The reason why is because it's Man City FA Cup final at Wembley later on in the afternoon. So they brought it forward, okay? And that's the reason why. Right, okay, what we going next? Let's see if we've got anything else. Just to finish the show, just talk a little bit about the charity that I'm doing. I've kept it quiet the last couple of weeks on the basis I'm still waiting for items to come through. My pal Ian from Sheffield Wednesday, again, well done to them against Barnsley. He sent me some stuff over by post and I'm waiting for those items to come. So as soon as I've got them, then I can tell you exactly what we're going to be auctioning off. I did say July or August, it might be the whole of August now, but the longer it takes, it doesn't matter. As soon as we get them, then we'll do it. So I need a big load of items that we're going to raise money for FACT, fighting against cancer in Tenerife. They have over 200 people, volunteers, a legitimate organisation in Tenerife. They do an absolute phenomenal job. So keep your pennies, get them ready, and that's what we're going to do. I've been told, I think, Tim, on one of our shows that, I think he was on your show, Living with MS Tenerife, he's got a Leeds United ball signed by all the players. Yeah. So try and think of whoever that was. I think he's bringing it over for us. So that's another great item. So if you're a Leeds United fan, you want a signed ball and you want to put a bid in, then you're going to be able to do it. All right? It's as simple as that. Right. That's it. That's what we do. Now, don't forget, if you've not subscribed to me, WEBBY Sports Roundup. Tim, is it up there or down there? Down there. He's down there. Please subscribe. It is free. It costs you nothing. If you like what you see and you like what you hear, tell all your friends and your family, we're going to make this grow. I want this to be a big show around the world. I'm the only one with my main man here that obviously does it in the whole of the Canaries, and I want it to go worldwide. I love it. It's my passion, and I just enjoy it. I really do. So all I'm going to say is, until next week, we've got new people on the show next week. I think I've got a big Arsenal man, and we're going to talk about Wrexham Football Club. All right? We'll see if we can get the Americans on board. All right? We're going to have a good go at that. We're going to talk about that next week. So from me, Webby, Living with MS in Tenerife, subscribe to Tim as well, love to Christine. All I'm going to say is bye for now, and I'll see you all next week. Take care.